What's up, everybody, and welcome to Chat Like a Native.
Hey, everyone.
All right, so today we're going to be diving into ways to say that you like something.
Okay.
And we're kind of moving past that simple phrase, I like it, which everyone listening, I'm sure you know and use.
Right.
But there are other ways to express yourself that make you sound a little more natural and a little less repetitive.
More fluent.
Yeah,
It's a good intermediate step, I think, for a lot of learners.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
So starting with that baseline, I like it.
Okay.
We like it.
Yeah, we like it.
What would be a step above that?
Well, a step above that, I would say, is I enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
And I enjoy it really kind of brings in the sense of pleasure and happiness that you get from something.
Right.
You know?
It's that active taking pleasure in something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're actively experiencing and appreciating it.
So it's not just like, I like this thing. It's, I'm getting something out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
And you know what's really cool about this phrase is that it's pretty versatile.
Okay.
It works in both casual and formal settings.
Right.
It's something that you can use every day.
I enjoy that.
Exactly.
I enjoy our conversations.
Me too.
Okay, so we got I enjoy it. What's another option?
Another option would be I'm fond of it.
Okay.
And this one brings kind of like a warm and positive feeling more than I like it.
It's a little softer,
Softer.
like a gentler kind of liking
It's
sound.
gentler. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that warm, fuzzy feeling.
And that one's often used, I feel like, to describe something that maybe you've had a connection with for a while,
For a while, yeah.
where you've kind of built a personal attachment to.
It often implies that.
Yeah.
Like you said, that connection that's developed over time or just that general gentle affection.
Like, I'm fond of this sweater,
Yes.
even though it has holes in it.
Even though it has holes in it.
Or you know I'm fond of this mug, even though the handle is broken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So what about when something clicks with your tastes?
When something clicks with your tastes, a good way to say that is, it appeals to me.
Ooh, it appeals to me.
Yeah, this one focuses on the attractive qualities
Right?
of something and how it resonates with your preferences.
So this is almost like describing something that's just right up your alley.
Right up your alley, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting about this one is that it's often used for art, music, movies, things that have a strong aesthetic component.
Right.
So, for example, you could say, the unique style of that painting really appeals to me.
Yeah, and that would really be focusing in on that specific style.
That specific style, yeah.
Okay, so we've got, it appeals to me.
Now let's go on something a bit more casual.
Okay.
So something you would hear in everyday speech.
Like with friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm into it.
I'm into it.
So this is a great one for showing that you're really keen on something right now.
Yeah, it's that active current interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you're excited, you're engaged.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, it's a lot more energetic.
And this one is definitely slangy.
Oh yeah, very casual.
Yeah, so you're not going to use this in a formal setting.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this to your boss.
Yeah, definitely not.
So yeah, this is more for friends.
Like, you're talking about something really cool that's new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a new video game or something.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's switch gears and talk about something that's maybe a little more poetic.
All right, something a little more poetic. It delights me.
It delights me.
Now, this one expresses a deep sense of joy.
Right.
Often something kind of unexpected or particularly lovely.
Okay, so this is like something really special happens.
Yeah, it has that touch of formality to it.
Right, and it emphasizes a more profound level of happiness.
Exactly.
So it's not just like, I'm happy, it's I'm delighted.
It's like an elevated sense of happiness.
Yeah, like something really good happened.
Yeah, you could use this to talk about like a gift or something. Yeah. The thoughtfulness of that gift really delights me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I-
So how about a phrase that's even stronger than delighted?
Okay, even stronger than delights me. I adore it.
I adore it.
This is like, you really, really like something.
Exactly. It goes beyond liking.
Right.
It shows that strong affection or admiration.
So this is almost getting close to love, but I feel like you're not going to be used this for another person.
Right. I think that would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is more like, I adore this I adore this hobby.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for showing deep passion for your interests.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep it away from people, probably.
Hey, probably.
Okay.
All right. So we have, I adore it. Now let's talk about something that I feel like I say a lot.
Okay, what's that?
It resonates with me.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
This is when something really connects with you on a personal level.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be like a physical thing.
Right. It can be an idea or a feeling or a story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything that aligns with your own experiences or beliefs.
So this is showing a real understanding and connection,
Yeah.
like a deep connection.
You're not just saying, I like this thing.
Yeah.
You're saying, I understand this thing.
Yeah.
This thing has meaning for me.
And it speaks to me personally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it often implies a kind of deeper, almost internal connection.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes it so powerful.
Yeah. So let's give an example.
Okay, so you could say something like, the themes in that book really resonated with me after what I went through.
Yeah.
That really shows a deep personal link.
Yeah, it's a strong one.
Okay, so let's move on to something a little bit different.
Okay.
What about when you're a supporter or a fan of something?
That's simple. I'm a fan of it.
I'm a fan of it. There you go.
Yeah, you admire something, you probably follow it regularly.
Exactly.
Maybe you buy their albums or you watch their movies
Yeah.
or you go to their games.
You're a devoted follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works really well with things like movies, sports artists. So
Yeah.
you could say, I'm a big fan of that actor's work.
And that clearly shows your admiration.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you're totally absorbed by something?
Totally absorbed, like you can't look away.
Hey, you're mesmerized.
For that, you could say, it captivates me.
It captivates me.
Yeah, this suggests total fascination.
Right.
Something so impressive that you're completely drawn in.
Yeah, it's got this element of enchantment to it.
It does.
Yeah.
And this one I think works really well for describing like intricate things or detailed things.
Yeah, like art.
Like art, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe like a really complicated story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could say like the intricate details of that artwork captivated me for hours.
Yeah.
And that really emphasizes that enchanting quality that we were talking about.
Okay, now we haven't really talked about any formal options yet.
That's true.
So let's get into a formal option.
Okay, so for a more formal or polite way to say you like something, you could say, it pleases me.
Ooh, it pleases me. That's fancy.
Oh, it is very proper.
Yeah, I feel like I'd hear this in like a professional context.
Definitely you could hear this in a professional context.
Or maybe like in a period drama.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So like, for example, you could say, the promptness of your reply pleases me.
Exactly.
So-
Very polite and proper.
Yeah, and it shows satisfaction and
Definitely.
sense of contentment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it pleases me.
So as you can see, we've gone through a lot of different ways
We've gone through a lot.
to say you like something.
Yeah, and there are so many nuances.
There are.
I think the important thing to remember here is that, using a variety of expressions makes your English sound so much more vibrant and interesting
Exactly.
and also just accurate.
Right?
If you really want to show like, I really, really like this, you're not always going to say, I like it.
Yeah.
You might say, I adore it, or it captivates me.
Exactly. And it helps you prevent that repetition that can happen
Yeah.
when you're learning a language.
And I think also for anyone listening, who is at that intermediate level and might be feeling a little intimidated to try these out,
Sure.
just remember that even native speakers make mistakes
All the time.
all the time. And the most important thing is that you're communicating.
Exactly.
So as long as people are understanding you and you're getting your message across, don't worry too much about making the perfect choice.
And I think it's also really helpful to pay attention to how native speakers use these phrases in real life.
Yes.
Watch movies, listen to podcasts, eavesdrop on conversations.
Yeah, just get a feel for how they use it naturally.
Exactly.
Yeah, and maybe even pick one new phrase each week and try to use it in a conversation.
Yeah, see how it feels.
Yeah, notice how people relate to it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then kind of build from there.
And remember that there are these subtle cultural layers to language as well.
Right.
So, for example, I'm into it is very common among younger people in informal settings.
Right.
But you might not want to use that in a professional setting.
Right.
So just being aware of those little nuances can help you sound more natural and avoid any awkward situations.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are looking for more strategies to keep building your vocabulary, I think actively looking for synonyms is a really good one.
Okay.
So when you encounter a word or a phrase that you like, look up some synonyms for it, but don't just memorize them in isolation.
Right.
Pay attention to the context.
Yeah. How are they using this? What feeling are they conveying?
Exactly. And try to have conversations with native speakers as much as possible.
Yes.
Because that's how you're going to learn how to use these phrases in real time.
It's the best practice.
It is. And don't be afraid to ask questions if you hear something new.
Right.
And of course, there's so many great apps and online resources these days that can help you practice and reinforce new vocabulary
Yeah.
in fun and interactive ways. And remember, as your vocabulary grows, it doesn't just improve your speaking.
Right.
Your listening comprehension will also get a boost
Oh, for sure.
because you'll start recognizing these different ways of expressing enjoyment more easily.
And I bet you it will help with your pronunciation and just the natural flow of your speech.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hearing these phrases used naturally by native speakers gives you a better feel for the rhythm and intonation of the language.
Yeah.
Which is so important.
Yeah. So the more you learn, the better you will get.
Exactly.
Okay. So the key takeaway here is that expanding your vocabulary beyond those basic phrases like "I like it" is crucial for sounding more natural and engaging in English.
Yeah. And it really allows you to connect with people on a deeper level.
Yeah, express yourself more accurately.
And don't forget that the journey of learning new words and phrases is a continuous one.
Always keep learning.
Always keep learning.
Yeah.
But it's so rewarding.
It is.
Each new expression you learn opens up new ways to understand and interact with the English-speaking world.
All right, so as a little challenge this week, I want you to try to consciously use one or two of these alternatives to "I like it."
See how it feels.
See how it feels. Notice the reactions that you get from people.
And think about this.
Yeah.
Which of these phrases felt the most natural or exciting for you to use?
Yeah.
And how might incorporating just one new expression change the way you connect with others in English?
That's something to think about.
It is.
And what other common phrases do you think have some interesting alternatives worth exploring?
I think there are so many.
There are so many.
It's just waiting to be discovered.
All right. That's it for this episode of Chat Like a Native.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll see you next time.